time.
I feel like we always have to do these videos because it's like we come back and we're like doing good for like a long span of time, and then it's like we just drop off the face of the earth. But it's not intentionally. It's because life gets crazy, and it's like we get a lot of changes, and then we have to. I keep burping. We get a lot of changes, and then we have to like. Sorry, my dog. The backyard's right here, and I'm like looking at my dogs. They're crazy. And then we just have to adjust again. So then that's how we go like MIA. Still adjusting. So today will be a quick little update video. So I don't even know who should start. I don't know. I guess I'll start. So I'm off orientation. I'm still in my residency program because that's an actual full year, but orientation was only 6 months. And it's been a huge adjustment. I guess the acuity got real. Like, we've just had some really sick babies and pause. It was so funny because this trick was like, oh, I want to be in level 4 all the time. I don't want to float levels. They said that we have to rotate, and I don't want to rotate. Actually. But I bet you want to rotate them. But like our pods have different things. So sometimes when I get put in a pod where the acuity is not as high, like when I see an open crib means that baby's like older, doing fine, like. But you're like, God's good. Yes. Not intubated. I'm like, good day. But then again, I might be on admit, and then so it could easily and quickly go to like a crazy busy day. So, otherwise, I feel I'm getting more comfortable, but I'm still like constantly on edge. I don't know. I feel like it's not until you get really comfortable in your skills and like kind of know the rules of the unit and stuff like that. Because I feel like in NICU you just have so many do's, don'ts, what you can't do. Like it's a lot, and so then you have to like ask questions to clarify and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't mind asking questions. I'm always a person that's gonna ask questions before I like assume that I know what I'm doing. But at the same time, I hate asking questions because some people are just not as open or receptive when you ask questions, which I hate. That sucks, but it is what it is. Some people have just been doing it for so long that they just kind of want to like get in and get out, and I get it because I want to do the same thing, but at the same time I feel like
nurses eat their young.
Yeah, like I mean,
I told her she's lucky we don't work together.
Yeah. But it's not a ton of people. That's the good thing. It's not everyone, but still it just kind of makes you a little like on edge a bit, and you have to like be cautious like who you ask questions and things like that. So I'm not a fan of that, but I feel like a majority of the people are super, super nice and helpful, and I still text my preceptors if I do have a question, or if they're there, it's even better. Yeah. So that's kind of how where I'm at right now. It's just the dynamic of things. So, yeah.
Well, I have like a big change coming, and I cannot wait to share with you guys. At first, you know how like you don't want to like jinx anything, so you don't really want to say anything until you know like no 100%. So I've been going on like hella interviews, but in my head I already knew the job that I wanted to have. Like I was like, honestly, I just want to go work in the hospital, whether it's in like, I knew that there's like ER or CDU or one that's similar to like what I'm doing now. It's like a med surg rehab, neuro. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing, and I'm so excited because I was like, y'all that work 5 days a week, like regular people,
I tried to tell her
kudos for you, because
shift life.
You think like it sounds good when you're like, oh, I'm off at 2.
Yeah, but then you gotta come right
back. But then you gotta come back the next day. Like, it's just tiring waking up early that many days in a row, working, doing nursing that many days in a row. Like, maybe if I had like a desk job, maybe it wouldn't be so bad to wake up at 6 and go to 2. You know what I mean? But when you're doing nursing that's stressful, like 5 days a week being stressed out, no. Yeah. I was like, okay, now I gotta find something else. Like, nobody, okay, so one thing I will say too is like, I kept like alluding to that, like when I'm in some of the posts that I was putting on Instagram. If y'all follow me at Sana Milana and hers is at Shauna Cubana, we'll put that somewhere.
Why is she so silly?
But like, don't let people like try to marginalize you. I'm gonna talk like my boyfriend because he does this all the time. Like, we joke that way. But you know, the system tries to marginalize you, but you have to be the one to go out of the box and unmarginalize yourself and not be that person over here and not that person right here, because people will try to tell you like, oh, you're a new nurse, like you just need to stay here for a year, you need a year's experience and then you can go work all these other places.
Not happy,
like,
sis. Get out.
We are the generation.
Unless you're in contract like me, don't get out.
You don't want to pay that back. But yeah, like, don't let people guilt you. Don't let people make you feel like, oh, you're letting the whole team down if you leave, or you're letting the whole team down if you take this vacation, or you don't come in because they're short, or like, don't get in that headspace. Like, we are the generation that's like, trips, boo. I want to go. I'm taking
For
trips.
real.
Like, use your PTO. Like, just don't let people get in your head and make you feel like you shouldn't do what's best for yourself. Because I was kind of stuck in that, where I was like, you know, I was working where my aunt works, and she was my preceptor and everything, and like, she's moved up in the ranks and she's doing really well and she likes it there. I, on the other hand, like, knew I wasn't like 100% happy. The pay was fantastic. That's not the issue, but sometimes the pay isn't like everything, where you just have to go where you feel like is going to be a best fit for you. Y'all know my life, like, I'm traveling all the time, not just like traveling always going on vacation, but traveling because like that's what my boyfriend's job entails, where I always have to be like in 2 different places. I gotta be here, and then 3 days I gotta be here. Like, I just needed a job that kind of like works better with me. So I would rather work 12-hour shifts and work 3 times a week if I'm going to be full time, or work PRN, than be working 5 days a week full time.
Which is what I told her, because like, I've been on multiple trips so far since I've worked there, and I have yet to have to use PTO, because you can schedule your 3 days at the end of the week, beginning of the week, whatever, and then set your trip in between there, and you can have like 4 days for a trip without having to use your PTO. So key.
Literally. And I mean, like, when the season starts back up, I will have to still work 2 weekends. I believe they said 2 weeks, 2 weekends in a month, which, I mean, I don't go for every single game anyway, so like, that doesn't bother me. But I just feel like the 312 is just gonna work better for me. I'd rather be stressed out for that day for 12 hours than be stressed out every single day for 8 hours each day.
Whatever.
And you know, a lot of times you don't even get off on time, so that 8 hours could easily be 9 hours, 10 hours, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
we just went to New Orleans, and I was trying to stay till longer, because I actually wanted to stay for like 4 or 5 days. So now I have 3 shifts in a row at the end of my week. Now those 3 shifts, let me tell you, if you do work 3 shifts, unless you're like at night, which is a little bit more chill, and that's what they typically do anyway, because you have to work on like you coming from nights, going back into days, and like, you know, mixing that. But during the day, working 3 shifts in a row takes everything out of you. So that is about to, it's gonna hurt me. It's about to hurt me, because I haven't done it in a while. So,
and every time I do,
but it's worth it when you come from a trip, or you're about to go on a trip, because you'll be like,
it cut off. So I don't really know where we left off, but pretty much what I was getting to, that's the update that I've been excited to tell you, is I have a new job, and it's like a rehab, neuro, like a med surge, literally all 3 in one. I don't even know what you call the unit, but the hospital that I'm working at is adding 40 to 60 more beds. So I saw that they were hiring, and I don't know, like, I was just like not 100% happy where I was working. Like, I was coming home and I was just like, like, I don't want to do this for a whole nother 6 months, because I've pretty much been a nurse for what, 6 months now. And everybody was like, no, don't leave yet, you don't have enough experience, like, it'll be easier once you have like 1 year under your belt. I was like, you know, I've always said that I feel like, just like a lot of people told her she wouldn't be able to get a NICU job straight out of school, you gotta do like what's best for you, and that don't listen to what other people are telling you when they're trying to marginalize
just
you.
try. There's no harm in
Yeah,
trying.
so I was just like, I don't know, like, I feel like if I walk into an interview, I feel like my personality is enough. Like,
along with my resume and cover letter.
Actually, she really did, like,
Remember, it's in the link, guys, on the other video. You can use it.
Yeah, I used her resume template, blah, blah, and just like redid my resume. And it worked like a charm because everyone's like, oh my God, you have a really nice resume. Why, thank you. So yeah, so anyway, I was just like, I'm just gonna start applying. So I went on like a whole bunch of interviews, and then of course, I put my resume in like a bunch of times, and I saw like, oh, like I went on Indeed and I saw they had like a job fair at this new at the hospital, and it was like I was training a nurse at work, and I got that like message thing that they put up a new thing and that they're having a job fair, and it was literally like 3 days later, and I was off that day, and I was like, this is a sign, like I'm just gonna go and see like if I like it or what it's like. And I've never done one of those before, but a lot of people said, like I know like St. Luke's did one and hired like almost all the nurses that like went to one of those. So I was just like, you know, I'm gonna do it. So I went, and it was crazy because there was like a lot of people there, and I'm like, I could tell there was like a lot of nurses that were like really experienced, and I was just like, these are a lot of people, like how are they gonna remember like me?
Yeah.
So we went into like this, it was almost like speed dating, but interview, like literally it was almost speed dating interview, and they like did a whole presentation on the hospital. We walked the whole thing, and it's beautiful because it's like new, and they're like renovating all the parts that's been there. So literally the hospital is beautiful, and I'm like, and like the environment was really good, like the nurses station was beautiful, like I just really liked it. It's like, oh my God, I would love to work here. So anyway, I did that and like did the whole speed dating interview thing, and I'm like, hopefully they remember me. And I like brought my resume, which a lot of people actually did not bring a resume, and then they look stupid. Please don't be that person. Always bring a resume, even if you like submitted it and they probably already have it.
Always get
bring one anyway,
like cardstock paper.
And on cardstock paper, because it literally like you having that with all the other people that probably don't, you look 10 times better. And they were like, oh my God, and it's on the nice paper. I'm like, and they already had it, but because I had it, they're like, oh wow. And then they asked like another person beside me that was doing an interview, do you have your resume? And she was like, no. She's like, like you just don't want to be that person. So anyway, I did the interview. So I was like waiting, got an email, they're asking for my references, then I was waiting again, and then they called me and they were like, come in for another interview, and it was like a week later, getting hired at a hospital. Like I already know because I used to work at a hospital before. It takes forever, the hiring process. So, and then even getting the onboarding and then finally starting your training, like everything, it takes forever.
It does.
So, sorry I'm like rambling, but I just want to have the whole story so it can inspire you to do it. But went in for the second interview, and I was just like, please let this be the last interview, because if I go in for another freaking interview, like I'm over it.
Yeah.
And like after they called me, like all these other places were trying to hire me and wanted me to come in to like meet the staff. So I was like, I really want to hear from y'all first before I accept a job somewhere else. So I went in for the second interview. They were like, you're not going to hear back from us probably until like next week on like Monday. So the interview was like on Tuesday. So I was like, no, it was on Monday. So I was like, that means I gotta wait another week before I hear anything back. They gonna be back 2 days later. And I was literally at work, and I was like, praise be. But then of course they were like, yeah, but you don't start until April 3rd. And I was like,
of course.
But I don't care, because I'm still like happy, and I'm like already started my onboarding process. So I'm literally gonna be training with my preceptor, training just period, for like a month or a little bit longer. They said it just depending on like how much time that I need. I think I may be good with a month, but we'll see, because the acuity is going to be higher. I'm going to have to learn probably a whole new charting system. I don't even know what charting system they use. And then the unit's new, so I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of new things that I'm going to have to learn. So I'm just excited though. So I just like been waiting to tell you guys that. So reminder, I am an LVN. So like when people tell you like, oh, LVNs can't work in the hospital, I keep seeing that, and like people saying that they've had, like, I think it also is dependent on the state. Honestly,
area too.
Yeah, I have not had a bad experience. Like, it's funny because a lot of people already just assume that I'm RN. Even when I work, where I work, a lot of people already assume that I'm an RN. So just, I don't know, don't like feel like you can only work in certain places, or not even try to like reach for the stars or reach for whatever you want to do. Like, just like push that negativity away. Yeah. You know, you can do whatever you want to do.
Just be like, but they're not me.
Yeah, literally, that's what I'm like, but you're not me. So
yeah.
I don't know that over here. What is that? Don't understand. So anyway,
aside from job-related things, the only thing that's been really stressful and like keeping me away is because I am preparing and like saving for my wedding, and then of course my fiance was doing his flip, which they just finished, and it looks
oh my god,
freaking
beautiful.
beautiful. So I'm so proud of him.
I feel like she should share the link for people who are looking for a house in Houston.
I know.
Like,
I will. I'll put it in the little.
It's so pretty, you guys.
The little
it's so
listing.
Like that's crazy. It's so pretty.
It is, and they only did it in like 3 months. So I'm like, super
I would
proud
live
of
there.
him.
Like no problem. It's so.
That's why we were
pretty.
like, nobody buys it. We might move on in ourselves. So it's so pretty though.
It's
so
really
I'm like
pretty.
really proud of him.
Yeah, I'm proud of him too.
But also with the wedding planning, that's also really stressful because I'm also trying to get like snatched, and then I have a bunch of weddings.
I'm trying to get snatched for her
coming
wedding.
up. Like my fiance's sister is getting married as well, and then a bunch of his family is getting married. Like a bunch of us just got like engaged all at the same time, and then plus we're just at the age where people are getting married and engaged.
Then we gotta get ready for
I have
her
to go
bachelor
for
trip
other
in
people's.
Cabo. Then we're going to Jamaica in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And then me and
Then for our birthday, we're going back to Chicago.
And then me and Day are supposed to be planning a trip before the season starts. So I'm just like, we're just trying to get like fit and get like our life together.
Yeah, and then
I'm
we're
work
going
together.
to like a lake house birthday thing in May,
we're
a
just
little bit
like,
after our birthday, after we just come back from Chicago. So like,
we just came
a
back
lot.
from New Orleans, and
Yeah.
I have yet to edit that footage. If I have enough, I'm gonna put the vlog up like I initially planned to. But you know how New Orleans is, and you just get crazy. So then we forgot to vlog
I forgot she was
stuff. We
vlogging,
were
so I
just
can't
like,
imagine her
literally,
having
it was
much.
only me vlogging.
Yeah.
She didn't even like. She wasn't even thinking about you guys, you know.
I was.
But no, we just had a really good time with like our friends and stuff. So if you've been to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, then you already know. So. But anyway, I just wanted to come up here and update you guys.
We're sorry that it took so long. My mom even got in our butt because she's like our momager. And she was like, you guys haven't put a video up in this long.
You need to put up a
our
video.
place?"
I
I'm
want
like,
a video this week, and me and Rashawn like started a message outside. We were like, Momager is going crazy. This is kind of funny. So yeah, she was really trying to be like on the tail. So anyway, we also wanted to show you, give you guys a scrub review. The last one we did was Janu. This one is Uniform Advantage. Everybody knows who Uniform Advantage is.
Yes, but I've been sleep. Like these are so comfy, and
They
I don't
are.
know what kind of material.
I don't know,
this
but I told them I
but-
like scrubs you could work out in, and boy,
Yeah,
did
these
they
are
deliver
comfy.
because
These
they're
are
so comfy. And I have to work tomorrow, so I will be wearing these to work.
Yeah, these are
my
gonna be in
new
the
job
rotation
color is
every
still
week.
navy blue, so guess I'll be wearing this to my new job. Do you see that?
Oh, that's cute.
I know, right? It's me. So
So we're gonna give y'all a little clip and show y'all those.
show y'all the
And
scrubs.
I can also put a link down for like which ones I'm wearing and then which ones she's wearing in the description box below if you want it.
Yeah, and we'll also like post it on Instagram for those of you who are late watching the video, but you always follow us on Instagram. Then you'll see the scrubs on there as well because they're super comfy. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye.
I missed you guys.
We did miss you a lot. We'll do better.
All right,
Bye.
Okay, guys, so mine are like a size too big, but they're so comfy. Like the material is so good. Like it's not like that cheap material. Like it stretches. Like probably if you got pregnant, you probably could still wear them because they just stretch so much. It's kind of like workout material. Literally obsessed with them, and I will be wearing them to work tomorrow. Let me see if I could. Bring on the patience. See how the waist is. It's a drawstring. So, I like that. So there we go. I'm gonna get the pair of the joggers like Rashana has. Like, how cute are these? They're literally the rushed bottoms, and they look so cute with these shoes. So yeah, have pockets here. A zipper thing here, which I freaking love, because I would definitely put something in there and zip it if I needed to.
Waistband is drawstring. And
I love
on
that.
the inside, so it's not that awkward like when it's on the outside.
And you see how she has it tucked, because she also has like this vest that she wears to work. She doesn't have it with her right now. Excuse my laundry, don't judge me. And she could put the vest on over it, and that's the vibe.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be so cute.
Yeah, and they do run big. This is like I feel like I would normally wear a medium, but
And this is like
if it was untucked, it's a little bit like baggy, so I have to tuck it. It's tucked pretty low, like the shirt's kind of all the way down here. So,
but that's like our
size
fault, because
down.
we didn't look at the
Yeah.
measurement, so I would pay attention to that. Or maybe like whatever size you would normally get, maybe size down. That's how it looks out. Pull it out.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it's really not bad. That was really cute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Pull it up so they can see the, yeah. Okay. Can I get ready for Jamaica?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look really good. I love them. I'm going to get these. So, guys, I'm literally going to get this same set for my new job, because I still get to wear navy blue, and these are so cute. So, yeah. Scoot over. Gotta like it. And work it. Bye, guys.